Using email marketing tools like MailPoet or a premium version like ConvertKit, MailChimp, or Aweber is great, but these tools are built for email marketing and not necessarily the opt-in side of things. Yes, you can build opt-in forms with any of these tools and put them on your WordPress website, but sometimes you want to use another tool that can do it better. SumoMe is a great premium tool, but also has some free options if you want to just try it out. So go ahead and search for SumoMe, and we're going to use it for a couple of things, including having social sharing on our blog posts, but also custom opt-in forms. Once it's installed and activated, click on Sumo down here in the bottom left. And then you'll have to connect it to a Sumo account. So then click this big Sumo button. Sign up with your own email address, and then it will take you to your dashboard. So you can go to the store to find out all of the different apps that they have available or the apps that you have available to you right now. It will walk you through what you can do with Sumo, and you can see all of these tools. So I'm just going to click this Xbox and end the lesson that they're trying to give us. So you have different options like a scroll box, which is an opt-in form that pops up and appears on your website as they scroll down. You have different contact forms if you want to use the contact form, a welcome mat. This is something that appears over your website page as soon as someone actually visits your website, or these share tools. So let's just go ahead and click on these share options to see how you actually use Sumo. So if you click on share and then you click on the share button itself, it will take you to the share options page. Connect it with your Facebook account. And then also add your Twitter if you have one. Then click save. And then let's just go through these tabs so that you can understand what's going on. So first at the very top under clicks, you'll see the stats for all of your shares. Next, you have your settings. So this is where you customize what it looks like and what services or what websites people can see automatically to share on. So right now we have Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Pinterest, and an email. But over on the left, you have all kinds of different services. So if you know that a lot of your audience is on Reddit, you can just drag and drop it over to the right and then click and drag and drop these services on the right to reorder them, or just drag them to the left to remove. Down under services, it actually shows you whether you want to allow SumoMe to reorder them to optimize getting the most shares or the manual order that you select. And then you can also choose how many you want to appear. Say you only want 3, and then you can also choose how many of these you want to actually appear. You could change the label, so if you don't want it to say shares, you can say likes, favorites, something else. And then the background color for this little box, which now if we go to our blog article, you can see. So you see here it says shares. Maybe we want it to say likes, and then also change the color. Just choose something a little wild like that. Click save, and then refresh to see what that looks like. You can see it pops up here with the new background color and text. You can change the button size if you want it to be bigger. You can also change the style. Maybe you want the circle look. You can also add some spacing between the buttons if you want. You can show the share counts or not. If you're just starting off, you might not want to show the shares, but it might be a good idea just to show that there are people watching and looking at your site, a little bit of social proof. And then over here on the right, make sure that you have the share counter start after 1. You don't want to have it appear as 0 shares. Leave the mobile width as what it is standard. Let's save it, and then we'll refresh. So you can see now it has the round buttons. And if I click one of these, it pops open with the share option for that viewer. Down underneath settings, you have your layout, so you can put it on a different part of the page or multiple parts of the page. So let's just put it here at the bottom as well and say save. Now let's refresh. We have the share options on the left and at the bottom of the article. I'm just going to turn them off down at the bottom. If you want to add share buttons in the middle of a post, you can go down to this inline sharing, click add new code, name this placement, and then click save. And now you can copy and paste this code right here and put it in the middle of your blog articles or your pages. This next option is for mobile optimize. If you want your sharing buttons to be different on mobile devices, which actually might be a good idea, then it changes the services that appear, such as text, WhatsApp, email, Facebook, Twitter, or any other services that you think your users are using more so on their mobile devices. This display rules tab is really intricate, and if you just want it to show on all pages, that's great. Otherwise, you can click this add a show rule, and then there's a drop down for all of the different options. And some of them you don't have unless you buy the premium version of Sumo Me, but you could also use a lot of these to really customize it. So if you only want it to be on desktop devices, only on the home page, only on URLs where there's a specific hash, or there's a URL matching, for example, or if you have a URL that has a specific hashtag or something like that. But I think the better way to do it is to just have it on all of your pages and then don't show it on specific pages. This is easier to do because typically you'll want to have it on all your blog posts, but maybe you don't want it on your home page. So under don't show rules, you can click add a don't show rule and then choose on home page and then click save. So now if we go to our website and go to our home page, you don't see those sharing options. But if you go to a blog page, you can see those sharing buttons. So that's just one of the tools within Sumo Me. We're going to be going over some other tools to show you what you can do with Sumo Me to get more email opt-ins.